The new LIV Golf Plus app is the most downloaded sports app in the UK and US right now. In this video, I'm going to show you why it's so popular and how it will destroy the PGA Tour. If 2022 was defined by the emergence of the Upstart Series, 2023 seems certain to be dominated by its strive to become a major force at the top of the game's hierarchy. And as part of LIV Golf's concerted effort to be an established player in the industry, it just launched an app set to upstage the golf world. At first, when LIV Golf occupied the conversations in the media, many people wrote it off as one of those things that'll fizzle out in no time. But with its recent gains, it's obvious LIV Golf is here for the long haul. So what was the app built to achieve, and how will it destroy the PGA Tour? I'm about to unravel the hidden features of this app, and you'll be surprised that its capacity might edge the PGA Tour out of business. You see, when the Greg Norman-led series popped up as a rival tournament to the American Tour last summer, everybody underestimated them to a certain extent. Soon, the multi-million-dollar contracts came flying all over, but still, they said the money was all Norman and company had to offer. The PGA Tour immediately slammed a ban on the Rebels as a deterrent to others while reminding them that they wouldn't be able to compete in any of the majors. That was enough to scare off some who were almost boarding SS LIV, but it wasn't enough threat for players like Cam Smith and Mark Leishman, whose compatriot was at the helm of affairs at the Saudi-backed series. Other players followed suit, but the PGA Tour remained firm in its resolve. Soon, the Masters hit the golf world with a shocking announcement that eligible players, irrespective of the tour they belong to, will be teeing off at Augusta National. Same with the Open Championship. And when we thought that'd be all the good news, the controversial circuit bagged a TV deal with CW Network. According to Norman, it was one of the league's primary focuses.
It was a critical move for us. It was one of the moves that, one of the principal moves we always targeted right from the outset.
But what the golf world and the PGA Tour never saw coming was the launching of the league's streaming app. As much as LIV Golf wants its tournament to be watched by Americans, its commissioner, Greg Norman, also doesn't want to leave out viewers from other parts of the world. And this drive saw the launch of its streaming app. The Saudi-backed series has announced the launch of its new apps, LIV Golf Plus and LIVGolfPlus.com, which will stream LIV Golf events globally outside the United States. The app is now available for free to download from over 180 territories on the Apple Store and Google Play. And that's not all. LIVGolfPlus.com will stream the matches, and Fire TV will also support the app. In a statement, LIV Golf Chief Media Officer Will Stager said introducing both apps will ensure that fans worldwide will get immediate access to live and on-demand coverage of the LIV Tour. In keeping with the content distribution scheme of other major leagues, the LIV Golf Plus streaming app allows easy access to our content from more people in more places, spanning the traditional golf consumer to the usual sports and entertainment viewer discovering golf for the very first time. Stager continued, "We are excited to bring our innovative coverage of golf's biggest stars, including Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Cam Smith, and Brooks Koepka, to the sport's global fan base. The organization's innovative production coverage, which LIV will keep producing with its in-house team, will maintain its style and format from the 2022 Invitational season, with Doug Faherty, Arlo White, Jerry Foles, Sue-Ann Heng, Troy Mullins, and Don Bollet part of their on-air team. LIV's coverage includes a shotgun start, enhanced drone coverage, statistics-driven graphics, distinctive live leaderboard, and fast-paced coverage featuring twice as many golf shots per hour as the traditional golf coverage. There have been a number of changes pre-season to the league's team and its roster, with world number 35 Thomas Pieters headlining a list of 6 fresh acquisitions that also include Mito Pereira, New Zealander Danny Lee, Sebastian Munoz, South African PGA Tour rookie Dean Burmester, and American Brendan Steele. Confirmation of Brendan Steele's involvement marks a significant U-turn on his part, considering how he declared he was not interested in joining the Rebel Series last December. As had been reported over recent days, Thomas Pieters is LIV's biggest new signing, joining last week's confirmation that Sebastian Munoz and Mito Pereira had moved to the controversial circuit. Pieters will be on Bubba Watson's Range Goats GC, with Taylor Gooch and Harold Varner III making up the 4. Steele, who joins after 3 wins on the PGA Tour, will play in Mickelson's All-American High Flyers GC, along with James Piot and Cameron Tringle after Matthew Wolff and Bernd Weisberger made way. As for Thomas, there have been indications that DP World Tour Pro was becoming dissatisfied with the PGA Tour. Just a few weeks ago, he aired his frustration on his failure to make it to the Genesis Invitational despite his high world ranking. Thomas described the tournament as one of his favorites, but considering his move and subsequent ban from the PGA Tour events, he may not be appearing on it for the foreseeable future. As for the South African rookie, Dean Burmester, he only earned his PGA Tour card for this season before defecting to the Rebel circuit. Since becoming a regular on the American Tour, he has had one top 10 finish, which was in the Sanderson Farms Championship last October. Dean will play for Louis Oosthuizen's All-South African Stinger GC, which also features Charles Schwartzel and Brandon Grace. Lee, on the other hand, has one PGA Tour victory, which was at the 2015 Greenbrier Classic. Lee hopes to repeat that success at a LIV event this year. The New Zealander joins Iron Has GC alongside Captain Kevin Na, Scott Vincent, and Siwon Kim. So the war might be raging against the PGA Tour in the United States, but LIV Golf is interested in carrying the world along. And if you don't think it's not an innovative strategy, then I really don't know what is. According to a report in the Daily Mail, LIV Golf failed to negotiate a deal with a couple of potential UK broadcast partners and was speculated to be considering offering a network the rights for free. However, those plans didn't materialize, leaving the LIV Golf Plus app and livegolfplus.com website as the only place to watch the league this year from outside of the United States. All in all, LIV Golf is recording major wins, and they are definitely here for the long haul. While taking a jab at the PGA Tour, Norman said LIV Golf is changing the tides with its new formats, but the monopolistic people don't seem happy about it. Still, they're gaining the support of the people.
People are kind of like the monopolist doesn't like it, obviously, but we've stood up and people are supporting us. And
you would recall that LIV Golf signed a TV deal with CW Network, bringing their events to the doorsteps of over 200 million American homes. According to the Shark, all of these innovative moves, including its franchise model, are geared towards rescuing golf, which has been stuck in a box for 53 years.
Being stuck in a box for 53 years.
But here's all you need to know about how LIV Golf works. Now, for the overheated debate about the Saudi-backed series being bad for the game, it seemed to capture a large audience with its innovative format. The team component is a well-conceived strategy that would continue to gain traction, but it remains to be seen just how much fans will buy into it. The team names may have been mocked by even LIV loyalists, but it's the kind of low-hanging fruit that would help modernize the game of golf. From February to November, LIV golfers will play in 14 events around the world. It'll also interest you to know that stroke play determines individual and team standings for the first 13 events. And that's not all. Players get awarded for their finishing positions, and the player with the highest point at the end of the season wins. Each team has a team champion that gets crowned at the end of the season. Teams are ranked based on their finishing positions after each event. Then, they get seeded heading into the finale. The top team will be ranked first, and the last team 12th. Based on those rankings, teams battle head-to-head, and only one winner will emerge. Additionally, there'll be player and roster movement which is unique to LIV, just like in the NBA, MLS, NFL, and a host of others. This is what Norman referred to when he said LIV is unblocking potential by introducing the franchise model.
Unlocking potential. What is that potential? The franchise model, the NFL model.
At the end of the season, the top 24 players are through to the next year, while players who finish in the bottom fourth in individual standings are relegated. So, with its TV deal, a new app, new players, humongous prize money, and being allowed to feature in the majors, LIV Golf is currently the league to beat. But what do you think about the tour's new app? Is LIV Golf winning the golf war? Let us know in the comments section below. For more intriguing golf content from us, click one of these videos.